Monday, a special report. Marijuana, does it really help cancer patients?
They gave me the marijuana 10 minutes before the treatment. I smoked it, and I had no nausea.
The Chicago Tribune says ABC News is providing better coverage and more of it. The one to watch, ABC's World News Tonight.
A probation violator became a life violator today and killed himself. And we're sending more war advisors to El Salvador.
U.S. attorneys issue a warning as a result of our series on tax avoiders. We have that, Dorothy, Gibb, and Don, all next on Eyewitness News.
On Monday's Morning Exchange, we take a look at the Atlanta murders and the search for the killer. And the Cleveland Ballet has just returned from their first tour. We'll talk to them and see how it went. Monday, join us.
To save money on beef, all you need is a little imagination, a good basic cookbook, and a better way called Pick and Pay. Consider a hearty beef stew. Buy cut stew beef or cut your own from short rib, shank, chuck, or round. With potatoes, onions, and carrots, it's sure to please the whole family. And it saves money, too. You can count on Pick and Pay to make your beef dollars count.
There's a better way called Pick and Pay.
More than 500 front-wheel drive high-mileage Dodge cars are yours to choose from now at your Greater Cleveland Dodge dealers. Choose from Dodge Omni Misers for as low as $49.09 with your 7% interest allowance. Dodge Aries K, Motor Trend's 1981 Car of the Year, now starting at just $54.48. And Dodge 024 Misers from $49.09. This could be the biggest bargain selection of the year. Interest allowance applies to all 81 Dodge cars and trucks bought on credit.
Catch SCTV tonight after Fridays.
TV5 Eyewitness News with Ted Henry, Jeff Maynard, and the Eyewitness News team is brought to you by the Illuminating Company and Ohio Edison.
Good evening, I'm Ted Henry, and TV5 Eyewitness News is being made here and around the world. Thomas Skidmore is just another cold death statistic tonight, but the circumstances surrounding his death are unusual. This morning, the attorney for this 36-year-old probation violator asked Judge William Baird for leniency because Skidmore had health problems. But the judge turned him down, and just 1 hour later, deputies found Skidmore hanging in his cell at the county jail. Efforts to revive him failed. Jeff?
Ted, you know, I think you'll agree we could all learn something about pressure on the job if for just a minute we were a policeman, face-to-face with an armed fugitive. Move too quickly and you may be in trouble with the law. Move too slowly and you or somebody else may be dead. Buffalo, New York this afternoon, man with a knife holding a woman hostage. He'd already stabbed another woman. A Buffalo police officer is about to make his move. They wrestle to the ground. Even with all these other policemen around, the man with the knife stabs the officer before the other policeman can beat the knife away from him. The woman hostage is all right, and this police officer was not seriously wounded this time. In Atlanta, people are praying for the capture of the killer of 19 black children.
Guide our police and city officials in order that they may...
Churches all over the country are going to join in a national prayer service next Sunday. Atlanta police are looking for the man who tried to lure 2 children into his car yesterday. It was a black and white car, looked like a police car. Police believe the kidnapper-killer may have posed as a policeman. 2 men are under arrest after a shooting spree tonight at an East Side Cleveland donut shop. Owners say the rowdies were bullying customers at the donut hole at East 79th and Superior, so they tossed the bunch out. But the pair returned with a sawed-off shotgun and blew the front off the donut store, and owners returned fire. Miraculously, nobody hurt. The police had a tough time with the crowd protesting the arrests.
Peter, Carlin sure isn't quite out of danger yet. He may still lose his job. Last night, the school board defeated a motion to fire Carlin as Cleveland school superintendent. The vote was 3-3, with one board member, Jim Sweeney, not voting since he was sick. But now a special school board meeting has been called for tomorrow, 10:30 a.m., and Carlin's firing may yet take place. Board member Berthina Palmer said Sweeney's vote would have decided the whole issue last night. According to Carlin's contract, if he isn't fired by midday Sunday, then he can't be fired for another school year. But even if he is fired, Carlin says he'll fight it. It appears we have a communications gap at the highest level in this country regarding El Salvador. Just this morning, Secretary of State Alexander Haig said there is no intention of sending American combat advisors into El Salvador. He said there has been no discussion of it and no consideration of it. However, just this evening, we've learned that the United States has just sent, in fact, its first naval advisor to El Salvador, and that we will dispatch 5 more within several days. No comment has been made on the Hague contradiction.
Boy, coming up, a county commissioner goes to jail.
And we have more on people who stay out of jail, even though they don't pay any income taxes. Stay with us.
We'll take the chill from winter. We'll sew your favorite jeans. We'll light your paths of glory and fill your TV screens. We'll keep your factories humming. We'll make your records spin. We're working day and night for you. And when the coffee perks, we'll start all over again.